All right, let's get back to it. Multiple tornadoes have been reported within the last hour right here in Colorado and Weld County. Air Tracker 7 capturing this video of a really literal black tower swirling near Longmont.
Yeah, the National Weather Service told people to take shelter after a twister was spotted on the ground just west of Platteville. Funnel clouds have also been spotted in Erie and Fort Lupton. We have not heard of any reports of any damage yet.
Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson. He's been tracking these tornadoes, and we're talking plural here, Mike, but everything seems to be quieting down now.
The good news is the warnings have all been lifted as of the top of the hour, but we did have a tornado warning in effect for southwestern Weld County for almost a whole hour. I mean, this came out at about 10 after 5, and we've stayed with it all the way until now. This is the storm cell. Southwestern Weld County around the Platteville area, and this particular storm now has weakened enough that we're down to just a generic thunderstorm at the moment. You can see it's part of a fairly large area of thunderstorm activity that's popped up across much of central Colorado. We've had plenty of rain in the last few weeks. Now we're getting the hot temperatures, so you're going to evaporate moisture out of the soil, form the afternoon storms. And what we had today is a land spout tornado. And what that means is, as the air is drawn up into these thunderstorms, they'll go up into the storm, then the storm starts with some rain. It gets a downflow of wind that pushes out of the bottom of the storm, hits the ground, fans out in all directions. And when it does that, what you end up with are these small areas of thunderstorm activity that can produce weak, short-lived tornadoes. And the most interesting part of this, it probably was no more than about 100 mile per hour wind, an EF1, if you will, on the tornado scale, was the length of time it stuck around. Nearly an hour this storm was around. Fortunately, the reports we have so far indicate that not producing any substantial damage. It was mostly out over agricultural areas, but there's such a large development now in southwestern Weld County of residential that it certainly got everybody's attention, and when it was so close to I-25 and Highway 85, an awful lot of people driving home saw the tornado.
And we will check back with you here, Mike, in just a bit. By the way, we have received a number of your photos and videos over the last hour. Thank you so much for doing that. In fact, keep them coming. Email us anytime at 360@thedenverchannel.com. Make sure you include where the video was taken.
All right, shifting gears now to some other news. Colorado Democrats, they took a big swing at overhauling how the state handles polluters. They landed a glancing blow.
To escape a veto from Governor Polis, lawmakers are abandoning their original enforcement-heavy, take-action approach in favor of strong suggestions and more conversation.
Denver7's Megan Lopez has that story.
We'll be advancing critical land conservation and
remember that roadmap on reducing greenhouse gas emissions Governor Polis unveiled earlier this year? On Earth Day, we told you about an effort to give that roadmap some regulatory teeth with Senate Bill 200. Only Governor Polis didn't like that plan and threatened to veto it. After days of discussions with fellow Democrats,
what we have before us today is a consensus bill of what will move us forward.
The new plan kills Senate Bill 200 and put parts of it into House Bill 1266, which deals with environmental equity. The new bill will add emissions enforcement to the electric, industry, and oil and gas sectors. Transportation and building industries, some of the biggest polluters, would be left out.
We're teething, right? We're getting there. These are significant steps forward.
I mean, we're getting those molars, but we're not getting all the teeth in this bill.
Environmental groups aren't happy with all of the compromises or the governor's threat of a veto.
You can't have a roadmap if you're unwilling to pave the road. And but you know, some of the road is paved on this with enforceability and accountability. And so we're willing to go with something right now instead of not getting anything at all.
Business groups, meanwhile, are skeptical about whether this will actually reduce emissions.
It focuses narrowly on specific industries, sets goals and targets, doesn't allow the flexibility in achieving those targets, and then doesn't address overall emissions.
Gives it a 10-point increase.
While Republicans say all these changes come far too late in the session.
They're not allowing us to have any input whatsoever on these bills. And quite frankly, they really don't care what we have to say.
And they say this is still a cap-and-trade bill, even if it's not in statute. As for the co-sponsors who wanted more,
the Democrats have the trifecta. They have the House, they have the Senate, they have the governor's mansion. If you couldn't get something more substantial passed this time, is there any confidence in next year?
We will continue to move forward and I'm not going to stop fighting for the climate, and I'm not going to stop fighting for my constituents.
So the changes to House Bill 1266 that combine those two bills, they passed committee today. Senate Bill 200 is likely to die on the floor either tonight or tomorrow. Guys?
All right, so Megan, compromise will be the name of the game over the next 2 days, and lawmakers have a lot they want to get done and really short time left to do it.
Yeah, that's right. And constitutionally, they have to wrap up by midnight on June 12th. That comes after a Colorado Supreme Court decision last year that ruled that during a declared emergency, they could take the 120 days for their legislative session unconsecutively, which is why we're going on so late in the summer or spring, really. Lawmakers want to get out of here earlier than that, though. They told me they're trying to wrap up their work by either tomorrow or Wednesday. Some of them have crops to plant. They need to get back to their fields. Others just don't want to be in the Capitol right now because, guys, it does not have air conditioning. Nevertheless, there are still a lot of big bills left, 62 as of this morning, including big ones like police reform, criminal justice reform, tax bills, and that sex offender management board sunset that we've been talking about. We've already seen compromises on many of those bills. Now we're going to have to wait to see if they actually can get them past the finish line over the next couple of days. We have seen over the past week some really late nights at the Colorado legislature, and you can anticipate to see a couple more as they try to wrap up those bills. Guys?
Yeah, time is running out. All right, Megan, thank you so much. Drivers were checking out the damage from a fender bender last night on I-25 and 20th when Denver police say a drunk driver came up on them, crashed, and hit someone. And then another car came along, hit that same person, and killed that person. That driver took off. The others stayed. Police say he was bleary-eyed, smelled of booze, and has been caught drinking and driving before. The district attorney's office is finally releasing details on the arrest of a state trooper for felony menacing charges.
Now, the DA originally declined to even say which department Wesley DeCon worked for. Today, prosecutors released this photo along with a document that says DeCon pulled an AR-15 on another driver during an argument in April. DeCon was apparently off duty at the time. He was later fired. Prosecutors believe he may have stepped over the line previously and are urging anyone with information to come forward.
The security firm involved in the shooting and killing of Lee Keltner last October is no longer allowed to operate in Denver. Keltner was shot during a confrontation with Matthew Dolph, a security guard who was hired by 9 News and contracted out by Pinkerton. Dolph was not licensed to operate as a security guard in Denver, and the city found that to be unacceptable and today announced Pinkerton's license is revoked. Dolph recently pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. His attorneys insist he killed Keltner in self-defense.
5 Denver County Sheriff's deputies and 6 Denver police officers were reprimanded in May. The story was first reported by our partners over at the Denver Post and confirmed today by Denver7. Among the notable cases, Officer Joseph Marino was suspended for 4 days after firing a round into a home's door frame. The homeowners wanted someone to drive by their house and check out why their alarm was going off. Marino said he didn't know anyone was home, that he was startled and he fired by accident. Deputy Andrea Sparer lost a full month's pay for failing to cap a syringe in evidence. An employee was later stuck as a result. Deputy Kevin Bagley was suspended for 10 days for repeatedly punching an inmate in the head. Bagley said he was protecting a colleague. And Deputy Denise Valdez lost 4 days' pay after she stood on an inmate's legs to keep him from flailing. Valdez later admitted that that technique was not taught in the academy and said she wouldn't do it again. You can find the details on all the other incidents on Denver7 Plus or on thedenverchannel.com.
2 backcountry snowboarders will pay about $1,000 in restitution for causing an avalanche near the Eisenhower Tunnel last year. Prosecutors were originally seeking more than $160,000, but dramatically lowered their expectations after a jury failed to show and a mistrial was declared. And the principal of Meade High School has resigned over photos of students mocking the death of George Floyd. Rachel Ayers had been with the school for 12 years. The St. Vrain Valley School District did not say if the decision to leave was hers.
Even more pride flags were stolen in Louisville over the weekend. But as Denver7's Liz Gilardi found out, there's still plenty of pride on display.
It's not how the mayor of Louisville was expecting to spend Monday afternoon. She joined the executive director of Out Boulder County, reinstalling these pride flags once again.
We're going to make sure we keep our pride installation out here, even if there are a few people that are trying to put a damper on things.
For the second time in less than a week, someone has tampered with the display. The first time drivers snapped pictures of a man taking the flags. When he left, there was a Confederate flag in the ground. Then over the weekend, more flags disappeared.
Who has so much time to do such a rotten act? It's just a call that there's much more work to be done, and part of it is putting flags up at the city of Louisville.
And it's not the only incident. Out Boulder County says someone ripped a banner and stole a flag at the 29th Street Mall in Boulder this weekend too. Out Boulder County is now calling on residents and business owners to hang up their own flags as a way to show their support and show these hateful acts don't represent the community.
We have survived so much as the LGBTQ community. Destroying flags is the least of my worries. I just see it as an opportunity to elevate the voice of the LGBTQ community.
A voice that won't be silenced or intimidated.
We even had one group of kids that was in town from Kansas, and they just happened to be driving through, and they said they stopped and talked to some business owners and told them, we've never felt so welcome.
So once again, they replaced these flags, standing up against hate.
The flag doesn't have a heart on it, but the flag is about heart.
For your help.
Liz Gilardi, Denver7.
All right, let's talk Colorado and vaccines. Colorado drew its first 5 vaccine lottery scholarship winners today. The winners will be announced on Friday. All 5 students will receive $50,000 to be put toward tuition, either in or out of state. 25 total vaccinated students will receive those scholarships. And we're not sure if it's the lottery, those scholarships, or what, but Coloradans do seem to be getting their shots. Another 15,000 vaccines were administered today. 2.6 million Coloradans are now fully vaccinated.
Former RTD head Phil Washington is the Denver mayor's choice to lead DIA. Washington was responsible for shepherding the Fast Tracks program and for making Union Station what it is today. He has spent the last several years running transit in L.A.
I understand big projects, I understand safety, I understand budgets, and I understand people development.
Washington's nomination must still be approved by City Council. He would take over for Kim Day, who retires in July after 13 years as CEO.
Kids don't need to be seeing that.
One of the horses at this Thornton carousel is not like the others. That's a problem.
This has no place in my children's lives.
In the 90s again today, and more hot days are on the way.